heard the news? Chevy's going to be putting Super Cruise into the Camaros because of the visibility. There's a story on the internet that indicates that Chevy's redesigning and that they're going to be putting Super Cruise into the Chevy Camaro. What is a Super Cruise? Super Cruise is the autonomous driving program in the Cadillac CT6. You're supposed to be able to let go of the gas, the brake, as well as the wheel. It uses sensors and monitors the lanes. The reports are it's more reactionary than anticipatory. As it's driving along, it's looking at the lanes, but it's not looking ahead. It's not anticipating a curve. So I haven't been in a car with one, but I imagine that is pretty. I imagine it's pretty scary. I don't know that I'm ready to let go of the wheel and give control to something that is not thinking ahead. Turns out that story was an April Fool's joke. Hey, Mr. Turkey. Thank you. One more time. He's all alone. He wants a girlfriend. I'm sure you'll find a girlfriend. I'm sure you'll get one. You keep it up, all right? But it got me to thinking that I should put a video up where I discuss the actual visibility within the Camaro, 6th Gen Camaro, because it's the first thing you notice when you get in the car. You do get used to it. I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'8", 5'9". At one point that was considered average height. Cars are designed for a 5'9" person. So when I got in the first time, I felt like a little kid anyways. Finally get my Camaro. But basically I like to sit as low and as far back from the steering wheel as possible. I've always driven that way. I don't like my knees necessarily bent. I don't like my elbows bent like this. But I have had to change that in my driving style, my seating style, because of the visibility is that I've had to raise my seat. The Super Cruise is just a $6,000 option on the Cadillac CT6. $6,000. Although it does come also with the magnetic ride, so maybe if it was true that they were going to put this on the Camaro, it will be on the 1LE package or above. And I believe the magnetic ride is maybe an $1,800 option on Camaro. So they probably would bundle them together as well on the Camaro, and maybe just a $6,000 option on the Camaro. The first thing you're going to notice when you get into a 6th generation Camaro is the visibility, or as you may feel, the lack thereof. So let's get in. So this camera is right in front of my face, and this is the visibility that you have when you first get into the car. The driver's seat's very adjustable, and you can set it up so that you can get better visibility. So I've just pressed the start button. See, it's raising me. You need to have strategies to overcome the visibility issues. So now here I am where I can just see the crest of the hood. My first visibility of pavement's about 8 feet in front of the car. Now I'm gonna turn sideways and you'll see how high up the door frame comes. And as we go and we look back here, you see we have quite a large blind spot right here. Also, this area, when I'm going on a road that has a sharp left turn, I have to just stay in my lane and assume that no cars are coming, because this can block out an awful lot. And my place of employment also insists that further blind myself on left-hand turns by putting a sticker there. And the same is over there. There's quite a lot of blockage that you can't see. Obviously, most of the time you'll be going forward. The rear view is rather narrow as well. Looking up into the mirror. When I first got in the car for the first time and I pulled down the visor, I literally felt like I was in a tank. I feel like this is as much space as I can see. Believe it or not, none of this bothers me. I sort of like it. I feel a little more protected. I don't know why, but I'm going that way. And that's really all that matters. So there are other strategies. One is that this has a blind spot detector in the mirrors, and I will demonstrate that later. That's very important because of the blind spots on the back sides. It will show bright red. You see that little car in the corner? That'll be bright red when someone's in your blind spot. And one of the strategies is to put your blinker on, your left blinker, as you're merging onto the highway, because people always will get in your way, prevent you from, or try to goose ahead of you. And when you put the blinker on, it flashes to let you know someone's there. Not just not a static light. It will flash as a warning. It's a little more obvious to you, and I'll show you that as I get onto the highway. One of the nerve-wracking things about the lack of visibility within the 6th Gen Camaro, if you choose to sit low or choose to sit what I feel normal for a sports car, is that when you go up the crest of a hill, the world disappears. As you hit the crest and the hill starts going down, depending on the slope of that hill, it can seem like an eternity before you actually see the ground. So here we are going down a hill. Okay, we're coming up to the crest here. Right, we can't see what's on beyond it. And if this tips down, it is open. See, like now I lost the vision of the road for a second there. I can't see the road, now I can. And as I'm turning left, this pillar and mirror block out what's coming from the left. So as I'm merging, and I'm putting my left blinker on, but there is nobody in the lane currently, so we're not going to get that until this car gets up beside me, and you'll see it turn red, right? Solid red. Now if I put my blinker on, see it's flashing? So it's very important as you change lanes, left or right, to use your blinkers. Now, if you ever had to go to traffic school, they're going to tell you that anyways. But let's face it, most people do not use their blinker as they're changing lanes. And a lot of people turn their head and look behind them. And maybe they think that's safe, but now they're taking their eyes off the road. And for me to turn my head that far to see what's coming up behind me would take, I might as well read a text message. So I rely on this. None of the things I've pointed out today would prevent me from buying another Camaro. I absolutely love driving this car, and I'm just saying that when you first get in, if you test drive it, you might think it's a deal breaker. It isn't. You'll get used to it. You will make strategies to deal with the lack of visibility. Also, you could have the strategy of take the rear view mirrors off. Take all 3 rear view mirrors off and just always pass people, right? Then you don't need to worry about what's in your blind spot, because they're not. They're only in blind spot as you're passing them. There's one strategy. You've been experiencing the world according to Larry, and I'm Larry, and this is my world. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate any comments, and I would really appreciate if you do subscribe. Until next time, I'm in my world.